community is always a beautiful thing. God never created us to be alone. He wants us to belong to a community. What we offer is a private, yet open, safe, clean community where you can share openly, and there are others who would honorably respond to your questions and encourage you as we encourage each other and build each other up to be thriving individuals. Welcome to another interesting and inspiring episode of Love and Marriage with Seyi, where we celebrate thriving marriages and sow success seeds and wisdom nuggets for growth. Thank you for being here with us today. I will tell you that today we are making a detour. We are not doing interviews like we do. We are sharing with you our first ever live brunch meeting. Yeah. On November 11th, we had the privilege of hosting a live brunch. It was a great success. We planned for so many people and had even more people show up. It was a meeting that brought together people of different ages and stages. So we had couples who had been married for donkey years in the same room with love and marriage hopefuls. We had good food, good fellowship, good fun going on. Questions were asked. We had a panel. We had people modifying, clarifying, adjusting prior beliefs. We had the younger people learning from the older folks, and we had the older folks learning so much from the younger folks as well. It was just an awesome, phenomenal time. You know, I do want to stress the fact that as an educator, I believe very much in the power of education, particularly informal education. You know, informal education has the power of freeing us up to learn what we need to learn and to learn those things that would be useful to us as individuals. I also believe very much in the power of community. I believe that, you know, someone has been where I've been before. I don't have to reinvent the wheels. I could learn from other people who have been there before. God has given me the rare privilege of merging all these beliefs together on the platform that is Love and Marriage with Seyi. You know, by interviewing couples, we are creating an atmosphere for informal learning. They share the wisdom they've gained over the years. They share the experiences, the nuggets that have worked for them. And people, the general public, are able to learn from that. Talk about informal learning. Because they watch and they pick from the interviews those things that are relevant to them, those things that are useful to them, those things that they can implement right away and help to make their relationships stronger. Also, on this platform, we're able to build a community because people know that I can come and ask my questions will be answered, and people know that there are people who are truly looking to learn and grow from what they do. And so it is a great platform to be a part of. Well, all of these things, you know, the power of informal learning, the power of community were brought together in our live brunch meeting on November 11th. Today, we are sharing with you highlights of that meeting. There is something in there for everybody, but above all of that, my greatest hope is that somebody watching this will understand that they are blessed enough to be a blessing to someone else. So if you've been married for years, obviously you've gotten some experiences, you've gleaned some wisdom along the journey. Come on and share that wisdom. Come on and share those experiences. What you have been through might be what somebody needs to get through a patch they're going through right now. Be a blessing to someone. Now, if you're also a love and marriage hopeful, believe me, there's nothing new under the sun. Whatever you're going through, someone else has been there, and someone else will be able to share with you some ideas that have worked for them and that just might be what you need to work for you. Again, it was a great meeting. We have committed to having these meetings monthly. Sometimes they'd be virtual, sometimes they'd be live, but they're a great opportunity to network with other people, increase your community, and just be encouraged and motivated that indeed relationships happen and relationships thrive. Indeed, it takes some work to make a relationship work. But if you have God in the center, because God himself is love, he would help your relationship to thrive for his own glory and for your own good. Go on ahead, enjoy the video. I'll see you in a little bit. So through the program, there's a lot of informal learning going on. A lot of people call and ask questions. What do you mean by business in marriage? What do you mean by marriage and ministry and things like that? Believe me, I can tell you myself, I've been married for over 27 years. And I can tell you that it's one of the best things that has ever happened to me. Marriage is all about love. And the Bible tells us that God is love. The trick to a good marriage, I believe, is to have God in the center. Once God is in the center, your marriage is going to thrive. It's not about your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife. It's about God, pleasing God, satisfying God, serving God even as you serve your partner. And that's what makes the marriage sweeter.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the conversation, good food, company of other people. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Same here. I enjoyed the panel session and all those spontaneous questions. The food was great, and I think the content was also amazing.
Really good. I'm glad I was a part of this event. It was really good. It was knowledgeable. There were new things that even I learned from this event today.
In marriage, that is where communication comes in, because one, like Pastor Seyi said, you're not going to know before you go into the marriage. So when you get into the marriage and you have to talk about it. You have to. That is part of communication. And then before marriage, pray about it. There's nothing prayer cannot fix.
Well, I think today's event went very well. Love and marriage is a key thing. I think this is a first of many to come. It was very insightful between the older married couples and the younger couples, even and the singles. I mean, we all came together just to share some knowledge and ideas on how to have a healthy relationship moving forward. So I think it was really, really great. How about you?
Yeah, likewise. I think it was a great session, hearing from both the young couples, the singles, and even those who are seasoned in their marriages. It was quite a successful event. I'm looking forward to future ones as well.
That's right.
I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of information and I'm excited to start implementing these changes into my life.
So I really enjoyed today's event. I learned a lot. It was really nice hearing from older married couples as well as younger couples.
I would say I liked all the guys in the room and the girls. I think it was a fair mix. Just hearing from older couples and then also younger couples about navigating marriage and relationships, and then also friendships as well.
We've been married for over going on 28 years. No side chicks, no concubine. I'm serious. Never, so we just keep eyes on her, and we We take good care of each other. She knows how to dance, and I can follow her dancing too. So, oh yeah.
I really enjoyed the event. It was nice to hear insight from older people and people my age.
It was an amazing event. At least I was able to get a lot of insights from people who have had relationships long term, and it was pretty amazing.
I find that in life, a lot of people are so worried about what they are like. So I'm looking for a specific type of character. It's because I am biased about certain things and I'm looking for those things. But you forget that this is not a one-way track. It's a two-way track, because just as much as you're looking for something, the girl you're speaking to is also looking for something.
Today's event was great. It was everything that any single and married person needed to hear to strengthen their union and to prepare themselves for a long-lasting union.
I think today was amazing. Brought some singles together, some married couples together, some individuals looking to get married as well together. So I feel like it was a great event.
Your IG account should never be private.
That's true.
It should never be private.
Not
and
the
every
one,
single in this house, be sure you have an IG.
not the one that they have to request.
An IG.
Then they request and you don't answer for 3 weeks.
So this is an opportunity to celebrate thriving marriages and to inspire people to healthy relationships. But having the live event was really an opportunity to bring people together, to increase their networking opportunities, just to have another opportunity to mix and mingle, meet new people, make new friends, and pursue whatever possibilities or openings God leads them through.
Thanksgiving is very important in our lives. Let's not take each other for granted. For those of you in relationships, make an effort every day to find something to be thankful to God for your spouse about.
Communication. I realize there's also a generational gap in some of the standards, expectations of relationship and marriage, and it was good to have that conversation today. And I'm learning that we need to continue to bridge that gap in communication and just learning from each other.
That's exactly right. I also learned that marriage is commitment, is also sacrificial, and also the importance of speaking about your feelings, being vulnerable with one another, and just being yourself. Even as a single person, being yourself. Have friends on both sexes, for both gender, both male and female. And as long as the core is Jesus, is God, you can do great things. So that is something I took away from this meeting.
Well, interestingly, the panel said some really important things, especially when it comes to marriage, and not just marriage as an older person, but even as a young adult. What do you look for in marriage? What are the things that keep you going in marriage? How to spice up your marriage? That was interesting. So I enjoyed that part as well.
Couples that don't have sex 4 times a week is a problem. So what I'm saying in essence is, people have talked about how do we spice our marriage and all that. I've been married 27 years with my wife. The sex we had week 1 is still the sex we're having today. If my wife was here, she's going to tell you at least there is no amount of argument, quarrel. We know for sure that when we get to the bed, it's done. Please do not undermine your sexual compatibility or how you relate with your wife. It is extremely, extremely important. You don't want to talk about it, but I felt it was something I needed to bring forth. Thank you.
I'd say my takeaway today will be have an open mind to your marriage. Always listen to your spouse. Be there to be one another's keeper. I mean, at the same time, have that understanding to be able to open up to new ideas so that your marriage can continue to grow and evolve, and don't just have a closed-in marriage setting.
And for me, it was more about how to keep your marriage spiced up, how to keep it going, how to keep the love going in the marriage. It was really insightful for me, and I really enjoyed the sessions and hearing from the panel as well.
I got a lot of takeaways, but the one that resonated with me the most was probably the importance of waiting. and not just basically just not letting a guy change you because you're trying to impress them, but just always staying true to yourself and to your morals and to the teachings of God. So I would probably say that's my biggest takeaway.
Before I met this guy here, I think I was single my whole life. I went through, he was my first boyfriend and all of that. So I went through a lot of phases where I went through not only rejection for people, but also like God saying no to a lot of people. And for a long time, it was very, very painful. Like, Deborah's here. I used to come to her. The couple of months before I met him, I cried to her. I was like, "Where's my husband?" or stuff like that. Not even husband, but I was just saying, "Where's my boyfriend?" But I think there's beauty in waiting for the right one, whatever the right one is for you. So you know yourself. In those moments, it's hard to like, oh, this guy has. I really thought he was the one. He's cute. He had everything, checked every box. But this part, trust me, your future self will thank you. It's so hard to like see it in that moment and knowing that you carry value and that value needs to be given to the right man. So I'm grateful that, all those years were painful, but I just wanted to encourage anybody that's, waiting and they feel like, how many more do I got to dig to the bottom to get the right one out? It's worth the wait.
So for me, a couple takeaways I got was just surrounding yourself with good community and good fellowship. Also, as a young, Christian woman, throwing myself into ministry, into things of the Lord, being a part of the Father's business, and just having mentors and people I could talk to.
I'll say my takeaway is as a man, just having a vision for your life, and then just using that vision to find the right wife for you.
I learned to really value kindness and to focus on character.
So my biggest takeaway from today's event is that every woman is beautiful, and also there's a difference between attractiveness and beauty. So those two never get mixed up.
There's no woman that is not beautiful. We're just, I want to emphasize this to you, that every woman, they are uniquely made. The social media has given us a very wrong impression of beauty. And that is very challenging among our children, among the youth and the young adults. And I can tell you, most of the beauty you see in social media, they are artificial.
That's right.
Take it or not.
Very.
Most of the beauty you see on social media, they are artificial. Let me tell you this. Being attractive is different from being beautiful. Some ladies will do everything to be attractive, to be seen when they go out. But when you see the real picture, they are not as beautiful as you think.
I think it's been a huge success today, especially the live event. A great turnout and very interesting, very insightful from what we've heard from some, especially the young ones. And even the married couples too. So thrilled to have been here today. Definitely, it's been a great day for everybody.
Yoruba people will say, and I'm going to interpret it. Yoruba people will say, "Iwa lewa," meaning beauty is character, right? Character is beauty. So that's something I've always struggled with when I was younger. How do you balance that? Right? Because you want to go for someone you're attracted to, right? But at the same time, you're also looking out for character as well. And in a lot of cases, at least in my experience, I'll see beauty, but maybe not character. I might see character and
Don't focus too strongly on one specific issue that you consider a problem. Because when you start the business, then the issues begin to unfold. And it's not a matter of if, it is when. So you may solve your character situation and another one is waiting for you somewhere else. You solve that one. There's a guy called Devil. Have you guys heard about him? He is waiting for you to get married. And then he begins to unleash. Okay? God help you. And that's why we all need God in our lives.
Next event, more fun, definitely. more of this conversation, because we had some questions that, were really, really deep and people were open to talk about it. So looking forward to more conversations that people don't have. Talking about, things that are taboo in our community.
Yep.
So yes, I'm looking for more conversation.
In America today, the number one cause of divorce is money. So it is very, very, very important for us to talk about money, finance in marriage. 50% data, fact of divorces in America today, 51% is because of money. So I think we should talk about that, particularly for the young ones.
Yeah, for next event, I'm looking for more networking opportunities so that we can have enough time to mingle. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And also more of the conversation around marriage and how to enrich our marriage. Yes. And even for single people, like the secret recipe for find the right person and that divine connection.
The next event, I want to be able to see more of young adults. I hope to see this event grow. Like she said, we're building a community, and I'm glad to be a part of this community, and I pray that this community grows to see more young adults getting married, more older ones coming in and talking about what we should look for in marriage.
It's really important for you to be attracted to your spouse as well. Never sacrifice that, right? So trying to find that balance, has always been a struggle for me. If anyone could just shed some light on finding that balance between, that character and that, physical aspect of it. And I also know the physical might fade, but you still need it in the beginning.
For me, I look forward to seeing more singles coming out here, particularly our guys. I would like to see more guys come out here, singles, just mingle, getting together. I think it's a great environment for singles to come and meet other singles who are Christians. It's a faith-based get-together. Really fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in future events.
And I think you said it all. That's it, really. I think it's more getting our younger single men more engaged. I mean, if it's scan the room, you see that we have more of the females in here. But I think the next event, if we can get more younger male guys in this kind of event, I think it will be an awesome thing as well. Yeah.
At the next event, I'm probably looking forward to talking to more mentors and getting some more insight into basically a wider variety of topics, because I still had a lot of questions that I still want to ask. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Next time at the next event, I'm really looking forward to just mixing and mingling and socializing, also networking with other young people as well as older people, and just networking and hearing people's stories and their perspectives.
I'm looking forward to meeting more older couples, getting more information, more insight on marriage and relationships, and then also building community.
While beauty is very important, I'll speak from a personal experience. I've been married for 14 years now. I have come to realize that character is perhaps more important, because just like Dr. Ajayi said, marriage is not a sprint, it's a marathon. I told my wife already, we are never getting a divorce. It's impossible. But it is the character that will make that marathon pleasurable.
I'm looking forward to more networking. I want to meet more like-minded people and people I can learn information from.
More friendships being built, more connections being made, and more people truly feeling good about life, thankful for what opportunities God is giving to them, and being hopeful for what the future has for them. Honor yourselves a little bit. You don't need to hop in the sack with every girl.
That's right.
It's against the law of God. It doesn't really say much of anything. But when you find a girl who's ready to respect God, respect herself, that just tells you what she's going to do for you when you become, her king, so to put. And let's just make it clear in this house that, we don't need to date for 2 years before we know this is the person I need to marry. No, we don't need to. If we've been together 6 months, this is a good person, right core values, we'll discover the rest in marriage.
For the next event, there was a topic that came up at the end that we didn't get to touch on. It was called finances, because that's the biggest part when it comes to divorces in the U.S. So I feel like the next conversation would definitely talk about finances and what men bring besides just finances and money.
Many of us forget to show admiration. You know, the very things we admired about our spouse, about the person we're dating today. Come tomorrow, we even take those things as nonsense. We don't appreciate them anymore. But let me challenge everybody in this room, be it to your spouse, be it to your parents. Keep the power of admiration alive. Keep on admiring. Keep on opening your eyes to see something beautiful. And there we have it. That was our meeting. It was just a great, great time. Again, you saw we had good food, we had good fellowship, the fun was real, the sharing was real. People were vulnerable, questions were answered, you know. So let me encourage you again, come be a part of our community. If you've been married, go on ahead and, share your wisdom and nuggets on our platform in the form of an interview. And if you're a love and marriage hopeful, come on ahead and be a part of this. Come glean, learn, and grow from the experiences of others. Now, this is a community. Thank you for watching. Beyond that, subscribe if you have not subscribed. And also, go on ahead and share the video to your friends and to your family. To our viewers in the United States, we say happy Thanksgiving. And to all of us, thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then and beyond, the good Lord bless and keep us all.